A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a powerful display of solidarity, tens of thousands of pro-Palestinian protesters marched through central London yesterday, demanding an immediate ceasefire in Gaza and an end to the escalating conflict in the Middle East. The demonstration, which began at Russell Square and culminated outside Downing Street, was organized by various advocacy groups, including the Palestine Solidarity Campaign. Protesters from across the country gathered to voice their concerns and show support for the Palestinian cause, carrying flags and placards with messages such as "Ceasefire now" and "Hands off Lebanon." The atmosphere was charged as speakers, including former Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn, addressed the crowd, urging for peace and a resolution to the ongoing violence. The Metropolitan Police reported that while the protest remained largely peaceful, 17 individuals were arrested for various offenses, including assault and public order violations. The police noted that estimating the exact turnout was challenging, but they acknowledged that the crowd appeared to be larger than at previous protests. As the demonstrators marched from Downing Street to Trafalgar Square, they chanted slogans like "Stop the bombing now," expressing their frustration over the situation in Gaza. The protest comes exactly 1 year after the tragic events of October 7, 2022, when Hamas gunmen attacked Israel, resulting in significant loss of life and subsequent military actions in Gaza. According to the Hamas-run health ministry, the ongoing military campaign has claimed the lives of at least 41,825 people in Gaza since the conflict reignited. In a separate incident, a counter-protest was organized, leading to heightened tensions between the two groups. Police formed a cordon to separate the pro-Palestinian demonstrators from the counter-protesters, but a small faction from the pro-Palestinian side attempted to breach the barriers, resulting in 3 arrests. The police imposed conditions to ensure that the counter-protesters remained at a safe distance from the main march. The Metropolitan Police's actions included monitoring social media posts that showed individuals displaying support for Hezbollah, which is classified as a terrorist organization by the UK government. The police stated that they were actively working to identify those involved in such displays. In addition to the London March, pro-Palestinian supporters also held a silent march in Edinburgh, calling for a ceasefire and urging the UK and Scottish governments to impose sanctions on Israel. Meanwhile, a memorial event is scheduled to take place in Hyde Park, organized by the Board of Deputies of British Jews and other advocacy groups, to honor the victims of the ongoing conflict. The backdrop of these protests is a deeply rooted and complex history of conflict between Israel and Hamas, which has left thousands dead and displaced many more. As the situation continues to evolve, the calls for peace and resolution grow louder, with demonstrators urging their governments to take action to prevent further loss of life. The protests reflect a growing concern among communities in the UK regarding the humanitarian crisis in Gaza and the broader implications of the Middle East conflict. With public sentiment increasingly vocalized through demonstrations, the question remains: what steps will be taken by governments to address these urgent calls for action? As the anniversary of the October 7th attacks approaches, the world watches closely, hoping for a resolution that brings lasting peace to the region. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.